I'm here with my buddy, Beaver Bob McCardle, and as you can imagine from the name, we're in the control tower at Beaver Springs Dragway. And let me tell you, this place has a ton of history within my career and a ton of other racers' careers. This is the first place I ever made a pass. When I was 20 years old, a friend of mine had a 1977 Pontiac Ashtray and a case of beer, and we left Berwick, Pennsylvania trying to find this place. And when we got here, the beer was gone, but we had found the track, and we were in no shape to race. But we did come back the next week and race. Broke my car in the first pass because I never run anything sticky. I'm always a street racer. I come down here, wear some adhesive on the track, and I got parts all over the place. I think Scott, Big Scott.
Yeah, Big Scott.
He chewed me out for it, coming through all parts and chewed me out for it. But anyway, this is Beaver Bob's last year running the track. When did you start running this place, buddy?
Well, Andy, we built the track in 1971, and I can tell you this, on the very first weekend, I can remember we ran 2 days, Memorial Day. I can still remember the amount of money we made, and I thought I was the richest guy on the face of the earth. We cleared $1,630 in 2 days, and I was like, wow. Hey, this is great.
That's better than any weekend I ever had racing, Bob. I'll tell you that right now. I've been trying to do the math. What is 1971 to now? What is that? 71 to 20?
46 years.
46 years you're racing. You're operating a racetrack.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, 5 minutes ago there was a pair of cars on the racetrack, and him and I were both getting out of our seats to watch that pair of cars, like we never saw it before.
Yeah, like we never saw it.
And you're watching it for 50 years, you know. So it's amazing. If it's your passion, it's your passion, and when it's in your blood, you can't get it out. I mean, I'll do this till I die. I'll be racing until I die, and I'm sure you'll be a part of this until you die.
Well, we have a picture up at our house, Donna Marie and I, and it's a picture, it's a little one like this, what we have blown up. And there's a picture of my brother who's 2 and I am 3, and we're in snowsuits, and we're standing next to Dad's midget. The year is right on the back of it, 1949. I was 3 years old.
Like a circle track midget. Like
circle track midget, yeah. Dad was a champion of that. And
well, you used to drive those things, didn't you?
I drove quarter midgets, yeah.
Quarter midgets, yeah. I remember you did some round track racing.
I won the state championship right up near you, Berwick, Pennsylvania. That's
You're kidding me.
Yeah, won the state championship.
Jeez, championship round track racer owns a drag track. That's impressive. That's where it all started. We all started out racing on the street or racing somewhere. Right. It's a passion. Like I said, it's in your blood.
And we still have the Thunderbird, too, over there in the garage.
You're kidding me.
Still got it.
No
55 T-Bird.
Wow. So 46 years you're running. What's some of your best memories of running this track, Bob? I mean, you got to have a ton of great memories of this track. I know I've been racing here for 30-plus years, and some of the best times of my life have been at this little racetrack in the middle of nowhere. I can tell you, I've raced all over the country, and so the most fun I've ever had at a racetrack has been at your racetrack.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you, Eddie. And well, you know, we go to the point of making it fun.
You do.
The shows that we have always turn out to be fun. The shows that were fun when we first bought in Bob Motz's jet truck. That was unbelievable. I mean, so we had him and Bob. You know, fire everywhere. You've been here. You know, everyone.
That thing's amazing to watch, man. The thunder that thing makes and the fire and the speed, that thing is amazing to watch. If you've never seen it, you got to check it out.
But we had open shows here, and at one time I had 28 alcohol dragsters and funny cars for an open show.
28?
28 alcohol dragsters and funny cars. Everybody in the world.
That's a lot of horsepower.
Everybody was here. The ad on the radio said, if you don't see 20 cars go 200 miles an hour, I'll give you your money back. Like people said, did you ever think you're going to be here? You started when you were 25 years old. Do you ever think you're going to be here this long? When you're 25, you're just wondering if you're going to get ice cream tonight. You know, you're not really concerned about that. We got a notice, and in October I'm being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Drag Racing Hall of Fame.
I've seen that yet.
Which is
well deserved.
Yeah,
well deserved.
When you get to Drag Racing Hall of Fame, you're there. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. You won the last drag race you were in.
Well, last drag race in
a lot better than my record.
Well, you haven't ran your last drag race yet either.
Well, I haven't. The last one I was in, I didn't win.
What I'm proud of the most is we were the first track to really get into nostalgia drag racing and honoring all those guys that have done everything for us. I mean, from Don Garlitz has been here, and Arnie Beswick, and I mean, I had Bruce Larson comes up to this race, and Ohio George Montgomery, and Dick Brannon, and
these are big name guys from the old days. I remember some of the names, but not all of them. Yeah,
and
big name guys.
They're the biggest names in the business. And what I'm proud of the most is honoring who they are. I mean, the biggest race we ever had was with you when you took on Daddy Dave and beat the crap out of him.
This place was packed. I'd never seen a crowd that big at any racetrack, let alone one in the middle of nowhere like this. So it goes to say your abilities to promote. I mean, it really shone there. This place was packed. There was thousands of people from everywhere, I had people from New Jersey, all over the place coming and checked out. So,
and we're going to do that again.
Terrific job promoting that race, and if you can fill a racetrack like this, that full, the feather in your cap as a terrific promoter.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just a great time, and I've enjoyed everything I've ever done in the sport. I mean, I'm going out. I feel we're going out on top. We're selling the track to a really good guy. We'll be around to help promote, but it's our time. It's time for my wife and I, you know.
The place has a bright future, you think?
Oh, it has a tremendously
Absolutely.
bright future. Mike's a real good guy.
Good.
He's going to work real close with the street race side of it. So
that's where
and
the fun is.
And the rest of it, you know, it's a step-in deal. You know, this is when people say it's a turnkey operation. This one is.
Yeah,
you know, Mike's going to step right in. You know, he's here today. Boom, stepped in.
Right.
He could run it, and he'd be making a profit and picking up the trash at the end of the day. That's what you do.
All right, my friend. It was good talking to you. I just want to thank you for making a great place to race. I had some of the best times of my life here. I'm sure a lot of other racers will say the same thing. So thank you, Beaver Bob.
Thank you, Andy.
All right.
Thank you, people.